Hello Aries and welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot. Let's start your reading. Let's see what's happening with you. Wow. We have communicating freely, accepting what is, and igniting courage. So here it is, in your present there are things, there are situations where you need to speak, very clearly and freely as well without holding back. Whether it is to yourself, you're admitting something to yourself, or it is connected with somebody else, but it is what it is. So you need to really be very sure about that you're speaking your heart out, you're speaking exactly what you think, what you feel, and it would require a little bit of courage from you, Aries, to accept the truth to yourself and admit it, and to speak about it with, like I said, whether it's you're talking to yourself or you're talking to somebody else. So yes, here with the Knight of Cups, there is this feeling of probably sharing very little, not wanting to say everything. But this is what this card is telling you, that communicate freely right now and don't hold back, or probably don't speak in beating around the bush. So it's unlike the Knight of Cups, who is a little cautious, who's a little careful with words and how much he or she expresses themselves. So here you are being urged to express clearly and express all what you would like to say. And you are being urged to stay determined with this, because you're being urged to bring about a new balance for yourself, in your own energies and in yourself, because doing this, being brave about accepting things and communicating freely, is really going to bring about some kind of a transformation for you. And this is something which probably, Aries, you really need at this point in time. So that's why this card is saying that stand up for what you feel, what you believe, speak the truth to yourself or to another person, and over a period of time you will see this habit becoming a part of you, which is I think what the universe also really wants to do for you. Okay, this is in your current situation. Now let's see what are the likely challenges you could be experiencing. Starting fresh and letting go. I also feel that if this is another if this is in context with a relationship, you need to really restart the relationship by being very honest and communicating very freely, clearly, openly about anything and everything which requires you to speak very honestly and clearly. And as a result, you will be creating a new start in your relationship, and you need to be in the flow of this. We have got, see, we've got the yin and yang symbol, which is masculine and feminine, two energies, and here we also see two fish over here. So I get a very strong feeling that this is a relationship which is requiring a fresh start, and I think that is what your challenge is, because to start a new relationship, so sometimes it could be the old one getting restarted, and sometimes this could be an absolutely new one. And for some of you, where it is absolutely a new relationship, you probably have the previous relationships did get marred by the inability to communicate freely, right, and honestly. So maybe you've realized that over a period of time, Aries, and now you're getting a second opportunity for with an old relationship, or you're getting another relationship in your life. You need to bear in mind like how communication could has spoiled things in the past, and now to make this one a successful one, you really need to communicate the way the cards are saying, and start anew in this particular relationship here. And as you start this relationship with a very honest, open communication, you must let it flow. It's not that one time thing that you're going to start like that, but then you need to get into the flow of things. And if you have any hesitation, reservations about being communicating so clearly and openly, this card also says that let go of your own thought process. Let it flow. Don't think and speak. Don't think about your feelings and communicate them. allow a little movement and a little flow to a natural flow and movement to happen in your communication. Wow, we have the lovers card. All right, so here it is about, definitely walking a new path with the same person or with a new person, who has come into your life, Aries. And you really need to, plan and plan as in, if you're planning a new start. Speaking of which, we have the Ace of Swords. It's a new opportunity. This is also a card of communication, overcoming obstacles which, previously kind of spoiled your relationship. So here you are making choices, you've got new thoughts, you've got this new spark also within. Now you plan it out a little carefully, as in, go step by step. Every step you take, you need to keep this in mind, that I need to, be honest and open in my communication, speak from the heart more than from the head. And you will have that clarity in your thought. You will see things, panning out so nicely when you are communicating very honestly. What is exactly in your mind also needs to be expressed. Don't keep things hidden. Don't like I said, whether it is with you or with another person, if you have very clear thoughts, express those thoughts very clearly as well. Okay, now let's see what your guidance is. What guidance can we give Aries here? See, we have got these two cards, which are again a sharing of yourself and awakening ancient wisdom. So you need to, again, in a relation, for a relationship to be successful, you really need to, share of yourself, whatever it is that you feel, think, etc., your point of view, your perspective. And you know that this is, the way of, handling a relationship. Deep down, you know that this is the way to go about any relationship. For it to be successful, you need to be communicating very clearly and honestly, right? So let's see what this is about. The Moon card. So don't hold back, don't keep secrets, don't feel that, the other person is going to make fun of you. They might, belittle you, or they might you take your conversation very casually, lightly, make fun of it, which probably I think you have experienced in the past, Aries. And that is why you're hesitating in being honest and open. Hesitating, yeah, in being honest and open. So forget, that past. Maybe, the previous person had those kind of energies, but now there seems to be a change, because there's a balance coming up. There is a lot of clarity coming up. You need to be determined with this and don't give in to this. Already you know deep down inside what it is, and you need to, be sharing yourself. You need to, and this is just a way to learn. Different people come in our life to teach us different things. Basically, we need to be very comfortable, in our own skin, and this is what is imperative for you at this point in time. Be who you are, share what you feel like sharing. Whether the other person, it's their call how they respond to it, but you must not hold back, because eventually, once you start holding on to, the way you would like to communicate fairly, squarely, and openly and honestly, you will eventually meet the person who appreciates this kind of conversation, right? So that is why you're being urged that, continue holding on to it. What's your outcome? Mending bridges and renewing your life. It is quite matching with this starting fresh card, because like I said, if it's a previous relationship, here is the opportunity to mend things between, both of you, and removing and letting go of, all what has been a hindrance in your relationship, what has been a block in your relationship. So let it all go, and you are in all probability having a fresh start in this relationship, and a new balance is coming in your relationship. A lot of clarity is coming. So let go of all those, secrets, which secrets are, as in, what needs to be said, you need to say that little personal thing about you which you don't want to share with anyone, that is fine. But whenever you are communicating, you need to speak your mind and your very clearly, and also, how exactly you feel. What's your outcome card? Look, we've got this beautiful card of Three of Cups, which is, free flowing conversation. Okay, and this is also a card, Two of Wands, of, looking at a brand new start, brand new future. So your relationship is getting another chance, or you are starting a new relationship, with very with, no baggage from the past. So you take that new relationship, on a new road, in a new way, through communicating clearly. All right, Aries, so with that, I'll wrap up your reading. Thank you for watching.